Charlie Cat Presents, and this little boy here is Charlie Cat, CEO of Charlie Cat Productions. He's kind of bashful about getting on camera, but he's here with me to say howdy to you. You know, back in April, I did a reboot of my channel, and I started putting a different sort of programming on, which I'm really happy about doing. But a program that I did early on in April was titled American Boyhood 1910, and ever since then I wanted to do a program about being a girl in a specific time period in the past, and I finally came across a collection of really cool images that allows me to do just that. What is the era? 1915 through about 1925. So in my boyhood video, I was able to tell you what it was like for me having been a boy, and it was one of the best times of my life. It truly was, because I had the best mom and dad anybody could ever have, and I had good brothers and sisters, except for one brother. I won't get into that. But what do I know about growing up as a girl? Not a whole lot, to be honest. I have a sister, Roseanne, who she is the greatest friend that I have, and she was a great friend as we were growing up. And then I had another sister that I didn't get to meet because she died at birth. Her name was Carolyn Kay, and I look forward to meeting her when I go to heaven one day. Mom and Dad both said that Carolyn Kay was a beautiful little girl. She was born perfect in every way and beautiful, but she died at birth. Today they might have been able to do something about it, but back at that time, which was the late 1940s, early 1950s, there wasn't a whole lot they could do. But my mom told me a lot over the years about what it was like growing up, and she would have grown up during the era 1915, 1925 that these images were taken. So, you know, most of my pictures that I had that I could share with you on these memories that I'm going to tell you in a minute were stolen from me by my so-called son, Dennis. So the one thing he or anybody else can ever take from me are the memories. So Mom used to tell me, and I had a wonderful photograph of July 4th parades that the neighborhoods would put on. And they would dress up in patriotic costumes, and they would have the flag, and they would do a parade throughout the neighborhoods. And they had great fun with that. And another thing they enjoyed was the Iceman, because at the time refrigerators were appropriately called ice boxes, and there was a man with a wagon pulled by horses that would go around, and he would deliver ice to the different houses for their ice boxes. And her and Dad both would say, as they would chip away at the ice, this other cat, by the way, is Juno, Charlie's daughter. Anyways, as they chip away the ice to fit in that particular ice box that they were delivering to, that it would make all kinds of chips and shavings, and the Iceman would usually let the kids pick those up and eat them and suck on them on a hot summer day, and they really enjoyed that and had fun doing that. She also talked to me about the dolls that they had. It was, you know, pre-Depression era, but money still was tight, not as tight for Mom as it was for other families, because her grandparents, George and Caroline Cunningham, owned a business of their own, which was rather successful. But anyways, she would tell about taking clothespins and making dolls with them. And for the dresses in the spring and summer, they would use the flowers from the hollyhock plant. And if you've never seen them, they're frilly and they're beautiful, and unfortunately they don't last long once they're picked, but they would make those kind of dolls and play with them. But she also had beautiful dolls, too, but these were the fun everyday dolls to play with. And she would also tell, and Dad too, that at Christmas time, they would have lights on the trees that were candles. They were on clips, and they were very carefully placed and arranged on the trees, and that's how they lighted their Christmas trees. So there are other memories that Mom shared with me, and just right now we're going to move on to the presentation of these pictures. They were from a book that I found. I don't have the title of the book. That was lost. It wasn't in very good condition. These images were done in England but I think they show a interesting view of the past and what it might have been like to be a young girl in that era. So, anyways, enough babbling on for me. I hope that you'll enjoy the images, and pray that if you do, you please give me a thumbs up. It would make me feel very, 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 very happy. But if you don't feel inclined to, I understand that too. So, let's get on with what it was like to be a girl, 1915, 1925 era.
you.